Hi, and welcome to video number 5 in our high school video series. Hey, this video is titled High School Facilities and Lottery Process. Now, in our video series, we've shared our academic program, our social emotional program, and the intentional design of our small high school with a big high school feel.
This video will highlight the innovative features of our K-8 facility and how those features will appear in our high school. Over the next several months, our high school team will be working to bring these features to life in our high school. For this video, I have the pleasure of interviewing the person behind those innovative features, our executive director, Mr. Ike. We will talk with Mr. Ike about how he led the work of creating a flexible use of furniture and space, an innovative use of indoor and outdoor learning, and the ways that he sees our two facilities working together to support our K-12 school. In today's video, we will also see some interior plans for our 912 campus. Let's jump into the interview.
Mr. Ike, thank you for taking the time to talk facilities with me today.
It is truly my pleasure, Mrs. Batten.
First of all, I have heard you talk to our campus visitors over the years about the intentional design of the learning spaces on our K-8 campus, in particular, the use of flexible furniture. Can you talk about that design and learning process and how you see it transitioning to the high school campus?
It's a great question. It seems strange to talk about, the furniture in the kindergarten classroom as being a part of our high school facilities conversation. But our entire K-12 school is linked together in such interesting ways. We believe that as early as possible, our students should learn to have agency over their own learning. Meaning that starting as young as kindergarten, students should start to express how and where they learn best. Now, this is a slow release of control that takes place over 13 years in school. And by the time our students go off to college, they have a firm understanding of when they'd like to work in small groups or when they prefer to work alone. Some students will spend their whole school day in college, working in a quiet library, while other students will sit at the center of campus, energized by the buzz of foot traffic all around them. So, as we imagine high school, we expect that the use of flexible furniture, the use of flexible space will each offer our students an experience not too unlike college.
Wonderful. My next question is about the innovative use of indoor and outdoor space. On our K-8 campus, we got to design each element of indoor and outdoor learning. Talk to us about why we use outdoor learning spaces and how you see this same vision being accomplished in a building that already exists.
Okay, when we look at college campuses, learning is happening everywhere. Yes, lectures and labs kind of take place in very traditional settings, but every park bench, every hallway, every shade tree turns into a learning hub on the college campus as students find places to gather or to isolate to learn. So we imagine our high school to use indoor, outdoor, and corridors flexibly to offer every student a personalized opportunity to learn. Imagine a class launches and some instruction is front loaded, but students are able to use spaces spread across the campus to continue their learning. Recognizing the skills that we've developed through distance learning, maybe our students are able to, collaborate with their teacher via Google Meet, for support throughout the class period, but regardless of where the student is on campus. So we're excited about offering our students agency over their own learning. And that includes, the use of space as well.
Thank you, Mr. Ike. It is so exciting to hear about our high school looking like a college campus. Over the years, I've watched our amazing staff and students truly use every inch of this campus to build the learning environment, which is truly a wonderful example of our core value of joyful learning. How do you see the K-8 and 912 campuses working together to support our K-12 school?
Well, to begin with, facilities are expensive. Just think about our K-8 campus. Our school sits on roughly a $4 million piece of land. That's just for the dirt. And our community graciously invested $32 million to build the current facilities that we have. Now, that's a lot of money. And that was building 5 years ago. Things get more expensive each year. The Paso Verde campus, which is almost finished up as we record this video, cost over $50 million because every year construction becomes more expensive. So we know that we will have to start in a temporary facility to begin. Now, we have nothing built yet, so we have to start there. And even if our dream of building a future permanent campus becomes a reality, we may have to consider how to build efficiently to save money. So having said that, just think about our soccer field, for example. Our K-8 has recently regraded our soccer field, and it'll never be used after 4 o'clock. So I can see our high school teams practicing and playing there. And our gym, for example, on our K-8 school may be where we compete in volleyball and basketball. These are just a couple of examples. I think that no matter where our high school lands, we should find ways to share our facilities across the entire K-12. Maybe our high school will have facilities that our middle school students could benefit from as well.
So great. Seeing our school as a K-12 school makes me so excited. I see our high school athletes playing a soccer game on the field and our K-8 families on the sideline cheering them on. It gives me chills. Okay. Now that we've been able to talk through our plan for the high school facility, can you share with us the possible locations of our high school?
Okay, well, I guess that is the million-dollar question, right? And to be honest, we are down to just a couple of options that we're working on. First, like I said earlier, we expect to open in a temporary facility. Then work with our community toward an eventual permanent facility. Now, as we look at options, they have to be in Natomas. They have to be big enough to hold 500 students once we grow all the way out to senior year, meaning that it'll have to be at least 40,000 square feet. Now, we've looked at options as far away as a 12-minute drive from campus and options as close as literally right down the street. However, since we don't have a signed contract yet, let's discuss one likely temporary option that our Westlake Charter High School could use in the fall of 21. That is what we're calling our Westlake Charter Innovation Center on East Commerce. Now, this building has been used by every charter school in Natomas at some point in the last 15 years. It has served elementary, middle, and high school students from Westlake Charter School, NP3, and Natomas Charter. However, while it may have been used by schools in the past, it has never had a set of plans like what Westlake is dreaming of. Mrs. Batten, can you show us what the Innovation Center might look like if this became our temporary opening facility?
I would love to. So for example, if we were located in a facility like the Innovation Center located on East Commerce Way, we'd start by creating an outdoor learning space that is multifunctional, similar to the spaces on our K-8 campus. There would also be space that would have both a place for outdoor learning and a social space with basketball hoops and a space for outdoor dining as well. The Innovation Center also has a large space for cafeteria and indoor dining. This space would be turned into a dining space which reflects a Starbucks. So you could see a student hanging out on the side with headphones on plugged into their Chromebook while other students are gathered in small groups eating lunch. As we transition into the inside learning spaces, we visualize creating several areas of the campus that are designed for flexible use to support our flex blocks, but also for use during regular class periods. It's like you mentioned learning spaces that you might find on a college campus. We can see those same types of learning spaces being created in a space like the Innovation Center. Using flexible furniture, we would create spaces for those moments of quiet, independent study, which could exist in the same space as a group or small group workspaces. As Mr. Reich mentioned, we have learned a lot about innovative ways to use instruction during this period of distance learning. We'll use what we have learned to create spaces where students can take agency over their learning.
Okay. Now that you're excited about the plans we have for our high school building, we want to make sure that you have the information that you need about the lottery process and enrollment at Westlake Charter High School.
All right, to start off, all of our Westlake Charter 8th graders have a guaranteed spot in our high school program. If you are a current Westlake Charter School 8th grade family, you will not need to enter the lottery for 9th grade.
However, as we plan for all of the exciting pieces for our freshman class, we need to make sure that we know who will be part of the graduating class of 2025. So, while you won't need to join the lottery, we will be asking all of our 8th grade families to indicate their intent to enroll by March of 21. We are planning on our first big freshman event to take place in May, and therefore we need to be sure that all the students who will be a part of our freshman class can take part in that event.
So families who are not currently part of the Westlake Charter community will need to complete a lottery application by visiting our lottery website, joinwestlake.com. Lottery applications can be completed on December 1st through January 29th. If you need any assistance joining the lottery, please email us at admin@westlakecharter.com and a member of our team will be happy to assist you. We will hold our Westlake Charter School Lottery on March 1st at 5 p.m. And as Mr. Ike stated, after the lottery, we will ask all of our 8th grade families to either accept their 9th grade spot or decline that spot. Any spots that are declined will immediately be filled with families from our 9th grade wait list so that we can ensure that all of our 9th grade families are fully enrolled before our first freshman event.
Families, we cannot wait to have our 9th graders join our Westlake Charter High School family. Being a part of the start of a school is a special experience, one that will bond our staff and our students together for a lifetime to come.
I can't believe that our high school video series is coming to an end. We have just one more video, which will launch in a few weeks. However, this video series is just the start of our communication about our high school program. Keep checking out the High School Happenings section of the Westlake Weekly. Check out our WCHS tab on our Westlake Charter page, and stay tuned for our virtual high school parent night. Keep asking questions. We love connecting with our community and talking about our high school program. And as always, let's explore!